Hello, everybody. Tonight we're watching Banele play against the new guy in the group, Mr. Godson69, and I'm joining a minute too late, unfortunately. Mr. Godson69, I don't know who the guy is exactly. Apparently his name is Koos van Niekerk, and he's playing against legendary Banele. Godson over there, 2560 rating, and that is a legitimate rating. Somehow he joined their Cell9 group and just jumped to this rating. Banele's probably got a bit of a favorable position so far, and I'm doing that annoying thing with my head over the over the screen again. So we'll just move it slightly over here. No, let's get the chat in because I think the people are going to be pretty funny tonight. Yeah, okay. The comments section is also going to be pretty good and explosive. Okay, so there's everything. Let's just minimize my head. Woo! Shrunk myself a bit. Okay, cool. Cool. Godson, 69, Godson or something, I don't know. Wow. Both the sides got aggressive rooks. Suddenly, Godson's rook might be the more aggressive option. Banele just left from a tournament and is joining now. Actually pretty cold tonight. There's been a trade. The first game is obviously important. They'll be playing, I think, best out of 5. So psychologically, that 1 point and suddenly a second point, it becomes very tricky for your opponent to win 3 games in a row. So first game is important. Equalized now. Probably black is now slightly better because of the bishop pair. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Bishop g7. Need to defend this pawn now, obviously. I think in terms of endgame, this is a bit of an unorthodox position. This pawn is connected passer, which is annoying, but it feels like... Oh, there's actually an issue here. How do you defend this pawn? Bishop e8, pawn takes. Yeah, you need to give up this pawn. Play down a pawn. Okay, so... Oh my word. Okay, Godson is now up a pawn, becoming active over here. Still not clear where his breakthrough would be. I'd say it's still pretty equal still. Banele okay with giving up his bishop for that knight, which could become annoying. Banele playing down a pawn. He's got a file to work with. I don't know how much that's worth. Oh, trading into a rook-specific endgame. I'm not sure if I'm a fan for this idea of Banele's. Also dropping the pawn on a7. Oh my, okay. This game is not going his way. Definitely not. Oh! That was a slip. That was a slip. He meant to capture the pawn. Okay, so first game going to Godson. Very scary stuff. We obviously don't want the newbie. We all pro Banele over here, so not good to see him go down. He did make a passed f-pawn, but just look at these two passes. They're connected. The rook needs to move, and the king is on the right square. You're not moving that king away. Banele throws in the towel. First game. Godson jumping into the rematch immediately. Not even taking a breath. Banele with white pieces now. And... oh my. This is the game. Very important for Banele to hit back. If you allow Godson to win this game, I'd say it's a game and match. We'll just be waiting for the third game. And that should be it. They're saying Wolf is next after this. I don't know if Keith will be playing. That would obviously also be very exciting. But in all honesty, if he's taking down Banele, he'll be taking down Keith as well. And Banele's not rocking his highest rating, 2439. This is probably because of the other newbie in the group. Yeah, Banele made a mouse slip last game, but that is not the reason why he lost the game. Got outplayed over there. Scary stuff, and dropping a pawn if I'm not incorrect. lot of psychological pressure. Whoa! What is that about? What is that about? Guys, wait. Am I seeing that right? Knight takes... What? Knight sack on c5 for 2 pawns, and... Well, it seems to be some compensation... Because the e-pawn's also hanging. I expected the e-pawn to drop earlier on, but... Godson says he just wants this diagonal. He can play with this type of pressure for now. But this might be too much. If Caudry is not willing to give Banele even a single pawn, I don't know how Godson will be faring against an entire piece. Queen c1 is also possible, just defending the piece, but the move knight c3 made it possible to recapture with a knight. Not sure you want to recapture with a knight, however. Yep, exactly my thoughts. Recapturing with a knight blunders this piece. So, kind of need to recapture with a queen still. Bishop, knight takes, great move by Banele. I was thinking bishop takes, but knight takes, and suddenly you're out of out of fire from the queen. And if you can simplify now, there's been some trades. Banele was going to lose the e-pawn. If you can simplify now, I think you should be winning as as white. Very important for Banele to win this game. Obviously, if the match will ooh, that was a piece blunder. Oh no. Why? Oh no, that's just the piece blunder. Banele will be furious. Now he's down 3 pawns. It was fine. This is completely fine for him. Bishop f3 just blunders a piece, and Godson doesn't think... He's got the psychological advantage. Banele is rattled. Yeah, he will come back if the match is longer. You know, the loser leaves the WhatsApp group. And Banele is simply thinking over here, what type of counterplay can he find? This just looks terrible. You've lost 2 pawns over here and there's another one over here. Also, this is very comfortable for black. It's got the c-file, got a comfortable bishop in the corner, active knight, active queen. There's simply nothing to be done here, and Banele is just letting the time run out. Not good for him. White resigns. Is there a rematch? There's a rematch. Banele needs to win 3 games in a row, if I'm understanding this correctly. But I feel like I should petition that they play a few more games. This is not what should have been happening. That game should have gone to Banele. Let's see, maybe if he plays his usual Sicilian lines that he's prepped in, he might be more comfortable. Not looking good. Not looking good. Very depressing for Banele fans, which includes me. Yeah. They should make the match a bit longer. Best out of 5 isn't enough. Okay. Yeah, Godson, yeah. Godson will dominate though, because winning 3 games in a row is simply impossible. Yeah. A simple isolated pawn on this side of the board, which Godson's going after. Played the Maroxy bind, that's what people are talking about. Yeah. Is he just giving up this pawn? Yeah, he's giving up this pawn so he can go after the a pawn. So that after those trades and he gets the a pawn, I'm feeling that maybe the b pawn might be weak, and so it's it's a way to maybe just liquidate here and maybe pick up a pawn, play 1 against 2 majority, and then maybe later on try and play with the extra protected pawn on d6. Long-term plan. Never mind, says Godson. Let's just give you a passed pawn. Whoa. Godson has been very tricky, isn't... Wait a minute, guys. Am I the only one missing that rook on c4 was simply hanging? Banele misses it as well. What is up? After the move queen to d2, that rook was hanging, and clearly Banele is not awake. Yep, he misses a free rook. That just doesn't happen, right? Okay, so what is the idea? Trades, you can even take with check and then recapture the knight. So you need to probably move this knight. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Can you... There's nothing weird. Okay, he wants to go for this. Oh, but pawn takes. That's strange. Wouldn't you start with... Ooh, Banele taking a quick hit there. This seems so close to working, right? Rook takes, but unfortunately... Whoa, I think he's calculating it. He's calculating queen, queen f1, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, make another queen, but then simply queen back, and whoa, this is just crazy. First queen, no, queen can't take check. This might, ooh, but this is tricky. Okay, guys, this is an insane variation Banele is figuring out. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, and then a queen on a1. Threatening mate, so you need to defend that somehow, so queen can back down, right? And then simply d takes, and Banele should be winning. He's just making sure, but I'm guaranteeing, I'm putting all my money on the fact that, yes! Queen f1, that is the move. Queen f1, guys. Here it comes now. a1 equals queen, protecting d6, and I don't think you even need to worry about this pawn falling with tempo sometime. Queen falls back, you simply trade, recapture on c5, and push those pawns through. Brilliant stuff. You can still recapture the pawn. There you go. You can fall back with your queen. You're up a clean pawn, and these are 2 very solid pawns. Can Banele come back 3 games now in a row? He will be getting this game. I'm quite confident in his ability. You guys are hearing the word quite. As I'm not completely certain, because not picking up that free rook, that's not the Banele we know. Okay, definitely not awake yet. d3. Come queen, come queen. Give me my second queen. Oops. Be careful. You've got queen h6 though. He says this is much easier if we just get rid of these queens. So whatever this queen now does, I'm simply king up. Confidence. He's confident. Oh no, please. Okay. Whoa. Okay. He might still be safe. Wait, no. Did he blunder? He blundered a perpetual. He blundered a bloody perpetual. Oh, that is sad. That is sad. That is as sad as it gets. Why? What was his story with king to king g3? I felt that king falling back allows any queen checks, which, well, I'm not seeing the possible squares for where this queen is moving to, so... And then you simply run your passed pawn through. So he's definitely not himself at the moment. He has the white pieces now, so he's not trying... well, what happened in the previous games? Where he had the white pieces. I can't remember the opening, but he usually starts d4, yeah. And Godson... Yeah, the FM's tired. Maybe the chessmaster will be taking over next game. So by the way, Godson only needs half a point, and that's it. 3 games in a row that Banele would need to win now. That's just a shame. I really think they should be playing best out of 10. He shouldn't have been screwing up like that. It's not like him. And well, emotionally, that it won't fare well in a match where you need to concentrate. He cannot... Also true that Benele just came out of hour and a half tournament. So probably not his finest hour. Ooh, free rook and then a swindle draw. That's depressing. That's depressing. Queenside castle. This guy's confident. Okay. Oh well. But then they did also queenside castle. I'm obviously not awake as well. They're having this match pretty late at night. How many games? 10 games. Is this the best out of 10 game? Okay, so I'm seeing how they're interpreting the best out of 10 games situations. They're gonna play 10 games. Okay. Yeah, the psychological rattling that's happening to Banelia cannot be good. King is slightly misplaced. King was on b1. Queen f5 wouldn't look so strong, right? So it's always that feeling that something like this is really just trapping your king and hurting it, forcing you back even more. But Ellis says, okay, give me bishop g5. What is his plan? Just f5? Losing a pawn. The guy's not awake. You can see that. Oh, it's just terrible. Another pawn. The f pawn. And what's his counterplay? King b1, queen f2. Oh, rook. What? Rook d4. I mean, that's obviously also legal. No, this guy's smashing Panele. I don't know if a rematch would even make a difference. I want to know the real identity of this person. Rook d1's possible, but it's just simply queen moves, and black's fine with trading. White swindling this with less time on the clock. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Can he recover? What does that mean if this is another game for the godson? Not looking great. The ideas for counterplay are really little, and tempo against queen, knight infiltrating with check. You sure you want to allow all of this? Hodson has time just to bring in a pawn to the game. No queen d1 mate. Oh, okay, so recent activity includes the queen being attacked. That feels maybe like a perpetually type of line. Panele needs to go for something like this. I don't think the other great options. Just run the king quickly. 19 seconds. If he's not getting flagged, I don't know what else is possibly happening. Or just simply g6. Panele needs to come up with something. I'm expecting like g3. I don't know. Other options seem like you're just trading down. Queen c1. e1, attacking the knight. You can get this another time. Ooh. Queen is moving closer and closer. Oh, this just doesn't look great. Knight a2 walks into mate. Out on the clock there. So, the moment of truth. Are they going to be playing another match? Best out of 10 type of situation? Yeah, 10 game match. Here we go. 3.5, half to the FM. Godson 69. Is this guy just a GM or what is his deal? Is he just like a blitz? Oh. Genius. I'd like to see him play actual 25, 80 players. Okay. Hoping Banele gets a win at least. At this rate, it doesn't look like he is getting anything. Okay. Knight b5, knight d3, great idea. No stopping it really, but queen e2 may be good enough, because b3 and you can't recapture the pawn, leaving your knight undefended, and honestly, what are you doing about... Is that another pawn? Can Banele finally get a game? Come on, you can't get away with 2 pawns, right? And they're both on the queen side, they're pretty fresh. Compared, well, this pawn's also doubled, so, I mean, that kind of cancels these two out. And what does that even do? Not much. I'm thinking b5 and maybe bishop activity or something. Yes, like, this is his game. He must be taking this. Guys, honestly, if he doesn't take this, I think he should just call it a day. These pawns are great. Even look at White's perspective. This is what you're dealing with. These pawns are monsters. What? Oh, Banele going... No! What is he up to, this guy? Why was that necessary? He's just being fancy. He thinks he's got a rook trap, but rook here and... Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is the conspiracy surrounding Godson 69? You might ask. Well, I've been digging a bit. And... well, I think the conspiracy runs pretty deep. It's got something to do with the Dinham family. Apparently he's their cousin. That's what he says. Okay, so that's some counterplay. Oof. But the Godson also brings his own counterplay every time. It's just like he's so comfortable with Banele's ideas. It's like they... Oh, and this minority attack on the majority is timed perfectly, because if you move the pawn, both pawns are getting chopped, and if you capture, it's just isolated and terrible. And if you leave it, this knight is huge. That's just... that's great. Yeah, he starts running this lone pass pawn, but even this, and whatever, this isn't even that great, I feel, for black. Bishop to e1. He's gonna try it, but... oh my gosh. Yeah, he's gone for it, but... there's nothing here. Godson's just very strong. Yeah, that's the end of the game. Banele's time is back to where it was previously. I don't know if he's going to try again on a different day, and black resigned, white's victorious. Here comes the rematch, 4.5 off. Whoa. Come on, Banele. Come on, Banele. You can do it. He went for, I think, this is now the second game he was in a winning position, where he went for something way too fancy, right? And it was just a calculative, like, bit of a calculation slip, where just playing simple, straightforward, progressive chess would have worked. But it was like he was trying to simplify matters with both of the lines, and there was a flaw at the end of each of them. And by the way, I'm liking black's choice of opening here. I myself am a Dutch player. And that beautiful move, e5, you might have seen me play it as well, because the en passant and you just recapture. There is a weakness on d6, and there's also this slightly weak diagonal. But it feels like our friend Mr. Godson over here has got stuff under control, and he probably plays the Dutch way better than I do, so... Yeah, definitely agreeing with Elwazi over here. Benella should have won the last 2 games. He's been choosing to go for concrete lines that just don't seem to work out, and that seems like a bit of fatigue. So this is something he might be considering, just because it's concrete. Oh, going for the 2 rooks? Come on, man. I think you should do it. Oh, it seems good. King to f7 just doesn't look great. Both rooks are entering on the D file, and Black's comp. There might be weird situations where you're able to play knight d5 because of all the captures, and you've got bishop d5. You really want your bishop here. Okay. Okay, I think he's okay. Blundering a pawn. Well, the knight was being hit, so I'm guessing he saw that e2 was hanging. If he didn't, I'm not sure. Okay, so what is the story after knight c5? Black can be sneaky and give up an exchange like this. Not that it will help him at all. Oh my word. This guy. It's just insanely aggressive. What do you do? Because, I mean, you want to play something like knight to d7 and attack the rook. But then you're just blundering your rook back here. So, okay, that's what he's doing, just defending for now. Wow. Really want this knight to start infiltrating. And the sad thing is that at the end of the day, the pawn structures are kind of symmetrical. Even though Black started with this double pawn. Since the queens have come off, he's made an improvement. Maybe now this trades. You play something like rook here and try keep the king on the 7th. Bring a second rook here. It would be cool if you can move both these rooks up right to those squares. So maybe a rook here. What did he play? Just h3, kicking the knight back. But now there's no rook to d7. So I don't know what that knight was doing exactly and why it needed to go back. Benella obviously had some kind of reason. Okay, knight here compared to knight here in this line. I don't know. Why is this any better with h3 being included? It feels like at least here you might have had possibilities for this check. And even though there's some queen checks, you can play bishop f1 and try stuff. h3 I'm not a big fan of. Although he did win another pawn. Still very active. Losing that pawn back. Ooh, here come the rooks. Oh, is this what it is about? Hitting that knight again. Queen takes, rook takes. Queen check though. Oh no, Benella, don't blunder that. Please don't. Don't blunder that. Play king h2. Oh, this guy's... Yeah. King h2, queen check doesn't do much. Well, there's no queen check. But then you might even still have rook f7. Okay, Benella going for something else here. He knows best. I would have been thinking that, okay, he's trying to get king g2 in instead. So he doesn't blunder, at least. Oh, such an active move. Now the check, but king g2, queen back. That's why I was hoping that maybe rook f7 could be played. But you might need to just back off. Yeah, this is better than my idea. Double the rooks. Some activity, that's a threat, right? You can get rook here, and that check, it's actually pretty close to mate. Where's this knight going? I don't think anyway you can play rook here. Don't do anything too fancy, Benella. Your clock is way down. Ooh, h4. Threatening g5 checkmate. What does black do? What does black do? 40 seconds though. This guy's an insane bullet player as well. So, g5 is checkmate. Check. Oh no, it's just check. It's just check. He's going to give up a piece. Just do it quickly, Benella. Go in pre-move mode. You've got this, man. You've got this. And maybe now it's time to... Okay, this is how he's doubling rooks. His king is perfectly safe. And 14 seconds on the clock. He has to get his first win in. If he doesn't, then... I'm sorry, but then he should call it a day. This is a great position. Better than any of the others. Oh no, that king's slipping away again. That is frustrating. There we go. Doubling rooks. Take on g6. Ooh. Where's the mate? Where's the mate? Where's the mate? Where's the mate? Still no mate. Still no mate. Okay. Come to us, mate. Come. Oh, so close, but so far. So close, so close, so close. Vanilla just needs to go into pre-move mode, and this is frustrating. This is frustrating. The clock running out is just. Oh, there we go. There comes. Can he pre-move this one to victory? 1 second on the clock versus 6. How fast is he? Oh no, I'm not seeing the time. Oh, another draw. Godson is insanely fast. That's already 5. That's it. That was the last game. Last game. Oh, they're playing more. Sorry. What's a game of... Well, it's a match of 10 games in total, but Godson at least already drew if Banele wins the rest of the games. That, this might be provoking Keith, I think, to come take revenge. Yeah. Queen b3, nice. Going for a pawn. Queen b3. This is so good because suddenly the queen... That's insane. This queen is almost trapped. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty depressed. I was hoping my hero would come up with something great and at least win a game. He had such great games earlier on. Bishop g4. I'm just saying moves because I dropping a pawn. Is he going for this line? Does it do anything? Oh, Godson is just out calculating him. No wait, Vanilla is still up a pawn, but the d pawn is soft. But he does start to get into the light squares. Godson just wants both rooks on the 7th. Simple, straightforward chess. Get both your rooks to the 7th. Don't protect anything, just play forwards. There's another forwards move. Whoa, that was trippy. And now that you've transitioned into the endgame, yeah, the rook's on the 7th, so you won back the pawn. You're way more active. He's got the better endgame up on the clock. That was just such a straightforward calculation. Just the impulse says get both rooks to the 7th. Shouldn't calculate it, just do it. It should work. Why not? Such a straightforward chess. Ooh. That's a nice pawn. Certainly. By the way, it doesn't work though, because after knight takes, I think rook takes. No, wait, knight takes. Rook takes here. Rook takes. Rook takes. Luckily for Bonelli, he's got king takes e5. So definitely this is being considered. Okay. There has been a development in his ideas. Bonelli's king is still active, so I'm expecting f4 and then white will commence his attack over here. So Bonelli needs to anticipate for that. Let's move the king back. That's fine. Bonelli up a pawn, but it's not the freshest of pawns. It's the c pawn, which is being attacked from the back, and now being attacked again. So maybe rook c8 was slightly more accurate, because then you could trade down a pair of rooks. Oh, but then the pawn's still being attacked twice. That's so close to being a pawn. Oh, this guy got Bonelli in time trouble again. People are saying that if Bonelli cannot handle the time pressure, then the real guy to be taking him down is Keith. Yeah, there we go. I thought you give back the exchange with the hope of getting 2 pawns, and then just e6 immediately, and all hope's gone. Just c7. Knight c7, rook here. Wins the rook. That's a futile attempt. Oh no. And here comes mate soon. Okay. So, this is just brutal. Don't know if Bonelli is going to be taking another rematch. Rematch offer sent. This is brutal, guys. Okay, they're going into the rematch. Bonelli taking a second there. 25-91. The Godson isn't getting too much for each win. It feels like I was expecting him to get to 2600 out of these games. A rating that Bonelli is also perfectly capable of getting, so... Okay. Yeah, there's no catching up now. You're not winning this match anymore. At least, is that a line? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Leeches didn't register that. Wait, no, sorry guys. I just tripped really hard over there. I just thought he moved his knight to d4. Just like a move, like without a knight being there. So I didn't think it was an exchange. Rook e5 maybe. Honestly, just such a comfortable position after the opening. Maybe queen f5. Yeah, going queen h3. That just might be too much ways of getting g6. Queen here, then g6, f5. King out of the pin. Rook being attacked. Rook off of the e-file. Suddenly black might be getting the e-file. Queen g3. Whoa! What is that? That is sorcery. That's got to be sorcery, right? What is the idea? Oh, and if queen takes? Oh, well, obviously just knight takes. Ooh, Bonelli. With some spicy tactics over there. Rook takes d5. But Godson, I don't know if you guys saw, he just instantly avoided that situation. He knew what he was going to play, just king back. So he also realized it after g6 that, whoops, blundering a pawn, but hey, it's not too bad. I just make a quick move and win the game. By the way, king here, knight here was obviously the idea, so that you can try a smothered mate. There's a mating pattern after this check. But now I'm thinking that black... Whoa, is he going for this? This is smothered mate, right? Bonelli knows this. Come on. There we go. There we go. We're getting a win, guys. We're getting a win. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a nice game. That's such a nice... I was just gonna be like, whoa, Bonelli, come on. Just give us that smothered mate. But I was gonna say that, well, in order to avoid the smothered mate after this check, I feel like you need to do something else. But I'm guessing knight here and rook takes is just as bad, so let's go to the rematch. Great win there by Panele. Can he come back? No, not back. There's no coming back. He's already lost, but that's his first win. It took him... How many games is that? Well, 8 games. Well, on the 8th game, he got his first win. So 2 more games. The best he can do is at least get a 4-6 score. And... yeah. Well, 4-6 score and come back another day. Ask the guy for a rematch and hold up his chin. I'm saying at least he got a win. A lot of players over here would have just been getting zeros. Yeah, the battle's already done. There's no pressure on Godson. He already proved his point. It's like he continues proving how strong he is. That's a pawn, right? So if you're going to take the knight, he's going to take here, and you can't recapture because of bishop takes. So now you need to move your knight, and well, after you do, he's probably going to just do something with this knight that's just so strong, like knight e3. Okay, here might be something for Panele. Castles. You can start with bishop takes, pawn takes. Eee. This guy just goes for these lines. And now you probably don't even want to trade down bishops, because white's still up a pawn. That's just so comfortable. And I think one thing I've learned so far from his style is just to counterplay the whole time. Just as soon as there's some momentum, just attack a piece, and whatever momentum your opponent has, just disregard it. Use 30 seconds on your clock to to disregard it. And sit back, relax, and enjoy your victory. Yeah. So, what are you doing? F6. These pawns aren't too bad. Actually, these pawns are actually all connected. They look like they're far away from each other, but C4, E6, B3, stuff like that. Okay, so Wazi was here just now. I don't know if you guys recall me saying that I agree with him, but apparently he's commenting now on a different account. Keith is asking someone to get Wazi the psychologist because he's got some kind of identity issue here with the amount of accounts he's changing every time. And that's pretty funny. Why he changes accounts, I don't know. Brutality just. This is under a minute now for Panele. Oh, and these pawns are coming for you. That was what my comment was about earlier. These pawns, they're kind of connected, and I think these 3 are now the important pawns. This one has managed to pass, this one not yet. But it doesn't feel like it would be impossible to get it to pass. A rook only endgame. Rook pawn endgame. Dante Bierkes is commenting these pawn centers again. So I don't know if I... Just black resigning over here. Nothing to do. And I think they should be playing their last match now. It's another win for Galtson. This is just brutality. This is bad. Insane strength. I've actually not seen a South African manage to score such a great score against the Panele before. No other South African with what's now a 7-2 score. We are in a forgetting this variation, but it's the Sicilian, the Sveshnikov. With a quick trade on f6, but one of the things is that black usually pushes f5, Panele says bishop e3, and c3. The more moderate move, it's I think the more aggressive move is c4. Throwing the knight away. Says, I'll come back for this square just now. This is the great square for white. What's the issue with f4 though? f4, maybe knight f5? Trades. What is the... Yeah, this is his idea. Just... Here's another pawn center. Dude, be careful. He's coming for you with these pawn centers. g8. Queen f6. Next move, something like e5, yeah. Here comes a boomer. Says pawn center again. Just this big... Well, it's like a block. How are you getting at it? Here it starts moving forwards. This is just scary, right? You fall back. Okay. It says I'll develop a piece. He's probably going to give up the exchange, if I know him correctly. No, bishop f1. Defensive move. Knight to the center. Ooh, it's just so cramped. Black playing super fast. Not a care in the world. The d4 square is available for white, but what do you do after that? Where does this knight go? White with no space. This king is so safe. I'm gonna get rook g8 even. Knight b4. You wanna go after that pawn? Good luck. Whew. Wouldn't be surprised if Banele hits a depression after this. Hopefully he watches my previous video on him. The train. Oh, the Mhango. Knight e3. Why is he waiting? Because rook takes e3, I guess. Yeah, rook takes e3 is an issue. So knight h6. What? No, Banele. Rook is check the issue. Oh, check was the issue. Oh, okay. Now he's doing okay. He managed to get rid of that pawn center. King f2, I guess. And... yeah, Godson is below on time for the first time, I guess, in the entire match. Maybe he could consider going for this h5 pawn. Because I guess the king moves prematurely, you're just going to take the pawn. Well, maybe not even. Godson's the type of guy to try and trap your knight on h5. King g6 even. He'll find some line like bishop g5 to stop this spin. Last game. Hopefully he can get this game. He's up on the clock. Oh, the center has evaporated. Luckily for Banele. What? Oh, shucks. Okay, so this is the idea, and it's pretty cool. Bishop g5. Come on, guys. That is as deep as chess gets. Bishop takes, bishop h4, king here, rook. And after takes, then... okay, you can move king f2. Did he go this deep? Honestly, did he just go that deep? Wait, why didn't he just play f5 immediately? Oh, there was this check. Okay, so Godson might have blundered. Okay, he didn't go that deep. I'm guessing he probably just went to rook g5 and maybe even rook e5, pinning the bishop. Banele's got this. Low on the clock. He needs to continue moving. King here. Just want to make moves some because he's not moving quickly enough. Against any other guy, he'd be crushing the guy already with 2 pieces. Oh, now the king needs to make a commitment. Is this what he wanted? Can he maybe try and checkmate the king roundabout here? Bishop f3, yeah, this seems to be going in the right direction. King f2. Come on, Banele, come on. Come on, you're moving too slowly. Okay, that pawn's hanging. h4. Then checkmate. Oh! Did he honestly just miss checkmate and won? He's going back for it. Checkmate and 1 missed over there. Oh no, come on, Banele. Oh, he's gonna end up checking this guy a few times without achieving anything. King a2 is forced, and maybe it's time to That's a good plan. Gobble pawns. No, but now there's no bishop h3. 9 seconds on the clock. He might just go down after missing mate in 1. Missed mate in 1. Come on, Banele. Oh no, you can't take that. You can't take that rook. And we all know Godson is extremely quick, so he'd be winning this game. Ah, mate in 1. Whoa. Okay.